The
Our guest,
cashier was like worried. Is he here?
our
Oh,
guest
yes, he's
here, guys.
here.
Our guest is here, guys. Our guest is here. Yay!
Yay! Hello,
Hi,
hello.
hi.
Good
Hi! Oh my God!
evening.
Evening,
Pleasant afternoon. Mm.
Afternoon.
pleasant. No, sorry, pleasant evening.
Evening.
Pleasant good evening. We are so excited to have
Yes,
you. So I'm Lisa, and that's
here.
Carlene.
I'm Carlene.
Hi, hi.
Hello.
And we already have people dropping questions in the chat for you and all that stuff. So you're
Yeah.
ready to get started. You have your drink and all that. You ready to get started?
Kind of unprepared because the traffic was a little traffic coming on today, so
Okay.
it was
It happened.
a little rush for me.
Mhm.
Well, no
That's
problem.
Yeah.
But you're good now. You're good to chat with us.
Yeah, yeah, routed,
Yeah.
routed, routed.
okay.
You don't understand. We are so excited to talk to you. This is so dope. So we appreciate you rushing in
Yes.
traffic to come and talk to you.
Yeah, 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 for
I,
sure.
so I want to start off with the most obvious question. How we come up with this name Viking
Viking
DingDong?
DingDong.
Where that come
Right.
from?
Well, the name Viking DingDong stemmed from a project in primary school.
Mm.
So primary school, we was doing rhyming, and the word ding, it was rhyming, ming, ding, sing,
Yeah.
cling. So the word,
I love that.
so I said ding, and from then that
Yes.
word stuck. It didn't stick, it
It's
stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from then, so it's from a tender age, like probably 7, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's my name.
Mm-hmm.
right. I like that. So
Yes.
Yeah.
that's like what primary four, like standard 3 or 4
Yeah. Yeah. Probably around standard 2 around there. Yeah.
around. Okay,
Mm.
Yeah.
have this name here.
For a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna put his age on Front Street. That's what he's trying to tell us right now.
Yeah.
Oh
I-
my gosh.
But the reason I asked that question, right, is because
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican artist who goes by Ding Dong. So, like,
Mhm.
how do you distinguish yourself from him?
Well, it have two aspects. I put the Viking in front because I was actually Ding Dong before him was Ding Dong.
You should have copyrighted. You should.
Uh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But at
yeah.
the end of the day, so I put the Viking in front of it, and then obviously we sing in two different genres. But we had a song together, right? We had a remix.
No,
Yeah, we have a remix.
Remix.
we have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we have a remix together with that.
okay.
So to be honest, we are very good friends actually. One singing soca, calypso, one singing
Yes.
dancehall, reggae.
Huh?
So it's a nice, but people know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dancer. I more stand-up
Performer.
comedian
Yeah.
kind of performer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. That's
So
it.
that is the difference there.
I like that. I didn't see that in my research. I can't believe I missed it because I would have
Yeah,
background for us. But I love
yeah.
how both of you came together and it was no bad vibes
Mm-hmm.
because both.
That was no bad advice because the name are wrong a while. So from DJing, I had a lot of interactions with him and being around Bungie and Fayan. I had a lot of interaction and I had a lot of time in Jamaica, so they already knew who I was
Mm-hmm.
from back in them times. So it was it wasn't like boom, I started singing, where this next thing don't come
Yeah.
from, blah blah blah. So everybody knew that I've been around,
You've
I've
been
been
around.
existing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. That's good. So, how did you start your journey from before you became a performer? How did you start?
Well, I started off DJing. Well, all right, let me get the full
Yes,
story.
Okay.
we want but who you
So I had a cousin a cousin slash mentor.
Okay.
So he was a DJ. So being around him, I grew my passion for DJing. So from looking on, and I started playing. Then he moved to Port of Spain because we live at countryside, which is Point Fortin.
Right.
Wait, I know what point four today is even on my tongue from that.
So so he made the transition. He said, if we really want to make it big in this DJ thing, we need to move from Point.
Point, yeah.
So we left Point and we went to St. James.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when we reached St. James now, and we started to find our bearings because we Souties.
Yes.
We end up roommates with associate degree, which is 5 Star Akil and the whole crew.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So coming from Point Fortin now, you know that it would have been a more Calypso Soca background. So because we have people like Super Blue, Fair and
Mm-hmm.
Lions, we have Iowa George.
Mm-hmm.
So it have a more cultural feel and a more family feel in Point Fortin. So we had a strong soca following in terms of how we go about playing the music.
Yeah.
Whereas when you reach in Port of Spain, it's more reggae, dancehall
Uh,
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So then now we had Carnival Monday and Tuesday. So Aki needed a DJ associated with. So I got an opportunity there because I could have played the soca now. So their background wasn't really based on playing soca music then. It
Right.
was more based on the dancehall and the reggae.
Mm-hmm.
So from then when I played with him on the road Monday and Tuesday, he was like getting questions. Who is this little one here with now? So from then he extended his courtesy and he was like, I would like you to join associate degree.
Mm-hmm.
But I was more based on the soca side. So me now, I had the experience with the other music. So I started investing my time in the other genres now because I already perfected the soca.
Right.
So that was the challenge for me. But quickly adapted and it was pretty successful in a couple of years. I had to grind. I
Yeah.
had to grind. I had to grind.
Yeah.
So within a couple of years, probably like a 5 year span, it had some low periods within that 5 years, like wait, but like I ain't progressing here at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but eventually I found a niche and I started making my way up that ecosystem and it was a real nice feeling because from where I came from to where I'm at now, it was a real nice transition in terms of the work that I have to
Yeah.
put in.
For sure.
So, and then now I started DJing for Swappy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nice. You had
So,
some good people to stay for.
yes.
Yeah.
So after DJ for Swappy for like a 2-3 years, I branched off to Marshall for a little while. But
Okay.
Marshall is my real good friend and a mentor as well.
Uh-huh.
But what what I was looking for and what he was looking for was two different things. So you remember he's more band oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You remember he's the DJ. So I looking for those who looking for track shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I had a decision to make if I wanted to be with Bungie and Fayan or Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, nah, I'm going with Bungie and them. Because obviously I would have gotten more jobs, more gigs
Mhm.
with them
Yes.
versus Marshall.
Yeah.
So, and then I went with Bungie and them for like probably 8-9 years. It was a real major success in terms of how we do track shows.
Yes.
The energy we brought with the track, so it was a total difference in the scale of these things we was doing. So it was a real nice experience with them. And for me now, I decided I wanted more.
Uh-huh.
Too.
So I said, all right, cool, but I always knew I wanted more, but is in the manner and in the look and feel of how I did
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah,
it
for sure.
so you have to be very particular with how you do things because remember we're in a real thicker society, so
For sure.
I had to be very cautious.
And not only
So
that,
now,
really
yeah,
you built as well, right?
yeah.
That's the other thing, right?
So now had an event in clubs and so I wanted somebody to sing the ad. I ain't got nobody to sing the ad. So I said, all right, cool. Time running out. I had to sing the ad.
Mm-hmm.
So let's sing the ad now, but the way how the ad is structured, it's structured like a song.
Okay.
But then after I played the ad, I'm like, but it's something like a song, yeah, man. But this is not ad, they are song. So it was written by voice, by the way. So I was like, voice, I feel I need a second verse.
Okay.
So now voice wrote the second verse. And then after now, yeah, man, I was like the liking, man.
Sounded nice.
It sounded
So that was a dancehall. Yeah, your song is solid. It was a real solid contribution. It was a dancehall actually. It was my first contribution called Stay in Your Lane on the Jenna Bounce rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And my first contribution. So that was a nice vibes.
Yes.
So then after I remember, but like the accept me because back in them time and plenty DJs singing and there wasn't really on it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of tiptoeing around the industry just to see how they feel, and I realized I got some acceptance. So it was a real blessings to get accepted in a real organic way because it wasn't really me trying to be an artist per se outright. You understand?
yeah.
Yes.
So then now I was like, wait, all right, I do a dancehall, but remember in my heart, it's soca.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't to be no dancehall artist. So the following year now, I gone back my voice again.
I could tell you always have real history the way you
History. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, brother, where you from?
uh,
Yeah, nah, nothing yet. So the season coming up, he called me. I said something for you.
Mm.
I say, send it. Yeah, man, all right, cool. So it was a song called Greatness. It was a song to really solidify your vocal ability.
Right.
So the song was not jump and wave. It was basically a love song.
can we hear two lines from it? You,
Oh,
you know,
The sound.
just for two lines, just for two lines.
you
You
ask me
can't
for,
give us a. Huh?
you ask me if I remember the song.
All right. You get a pass. You get
You get out that.
Oh
a
gosh.
pass.
Yeah.
You get a sexy pass.
Yeah. So
Uh,
it's a kind of love song. So I was like, yeah, boy. So it was no song for them to ball. Wait. It was a song for people to realize, okay, he could actually hold a note.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the point of the track. Because for me, I always plan ahead. So I always have a plan for the season ahead of me.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that. And then I said, the following year, I started to look for a real song because everybody say, all right, you could sing.
Uh,
So everybody saying, all right, I want to work with you. No
I
problem. So
like that.
I call Second Star. I get this rhythm from Moto,
Mm-hmm.
which is the I think it's the big ride rhythm. Yeah. Call Second Star. Say, I need a song on this. Second Star take me to Mecantasia and leave me there. Yeah, man.
No.
Wow.
So he took me to Mekaltisha. I was like, all right. And mind you, I never saw or heard or knew anything about Mekaltisha in my entire life. So the entire meet, it was just real unorthodox. I don't know Mekal, nothing. I don't know where you write, nothing. I had
Yes.
no history.
Uh,
But me, who being open-minded, I went down there with a real good vibes. It was nice. Yeah, man. Mekal, what you think about this rhythm? Bam, bam, bam. He was like, I just really produce and write my own things. I don't really like to collaborate with other producers, blah blah blah, because I'm trying to establish my own little thing on my side. So I was like, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do you have? And
Mm-mm.
then he played outside. Yeah, man.
Whoa,
Oh, I love it.
my favorite song.
and that was it.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Oh, I catch them here.
Yeah.
But remember now, because I have this DJ instinct, so my ears now, my ears for hearing a hit song, it will be different
Hmm.
to other people. So he was like, honestly, his reaction was like, oh, okay, whatever. He wasn't really, it wasn't really a real authentic, genuine, all right, yeah, we will work. It was like I'm not
Listen.
sure if this man on shit, because the way I was reacting to the song,
Uh,
he was getting on like, and then this man gassing me here, but like, this is papi
he
show thing.
it was a song. He didn't think it was a
He
hit
didn't think
song,
it was
right?
it.
No, he knew it was a good song, but he didn't believe that I knew it was a hit song because he didn't understand me at the point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now when I got this song, I said, send it to me. So we vibes a little bit. I started interacting with him more and more. Um, and from then he had a song on the rhythm as well. So then after blah blah blah, so I started practicing the song home in my bathroom, blurting it out because obviously he writing at a higher key because of the key of the rhythm as well. So
Okay.
it was it was within my range with a little push.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So I got that song, I recorded it here. I was like, whoa, yeah boy, vibes. So when now, time to promote the rhythm.
Okay.
So the rhythm had myself, Mekal had the birthday song.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Patrice had a song called Real Woman.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Know that,
Um,
we know
it had
that.
Second Stand the rhythm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's the rhythm, and I was like, yeah, boy, catch them here. So when I started to promote the song, I started to work it, and for that particular season, which would have been my breakthrough season, um,
You
I took
remember
Mecca,
what year
yeah,
that
like
I
2019.
was
Yeah.
2019, 2020, because I remember
Yeah,
outside.
because I took him everywhere with me, every single place.
Mm.
I took Mecca and I gave him that platform. So basically, both of us working on our craft together,
Okay.
trying to get comfortable on stage,
Hmm.
which is the hardest part for me. Because remember, I was behind, so I didn't really have to have no coordination with what I do. The most I want to do was have a little tap on the feet to keep my timing. So now it's a whole different transition because you have to move within sequence.
Uh-huh.
Because you gotta look off on it's easy to look off on stage, you know.
Uh-huh. Oh, we
It's a different
see it. We see it as the audience. We see it.
yeah, yeah. So it's a different comfort level in front there. And then too, it's a different crowd in this bounce up too. Sometimes you have a crowd who really come to enjoy themselves, and then at the crowd you really have to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
The crowd watching you, so and you have to be like, wait, I having fun, but you not having fun, but I'm trying to make you have fun. You know that vibes?
But let's just stop there. Now you're talking about the crowd. You were in
Yeah.
Toronto last year at Farmhouse inclusive. I was at this event and you
Yeah.
were at the top of the stage and you decided, nah, I need to get down to the ground, to the grass, to the people. Is that something that you have to do in every performance? You want to be in the crowd or you want to stay on the stage? Because it looked like you've changed your comfort zone over the years.
No.
You
So,
brought that energy in Toronto.
so what had happened
Oh
was
Lord, begin what really happened. Don't say the mic
no, well,
or something.
no. It was not technical issue. So where they put me to perform, it was basically
Like on a
on
truck or
on
something.
top of the truck.
Hmm.
So and then it had a lot of mesh. So it was basically just seeing my face alone.
Mm, yeah, the
So,
lighting.
so yeah. So then now I came in front. So I created that moment.
Hmm.
So it have certain performances where you have to come out your comfort zone to
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
really create that moment for people to enjoy themselves.
Hmm.
So I took the initiative to come out in front and really engage the crowd, which was a real good thing,
Yeah,
and everybody really vibes with me. It
yeah.
was
As
a
soon as
real
you
good,
came
it
down,
was a real
everybody just
yeah, it was a real memorable
So
performance
Viking,
for me.
just
yes.
so you know, Carlene called me and she was like, "You believe this man jump off the stage in the crowd?" I was frightened for him a little bit. I just want to make sure he
Yeah.
But as
but it
soon as he got down,
was
everybody
vibe.
started to. It was more like relaxed party, and everyone's looking nice. But when he came down,
She
everybody
said it
just
was vibes.
mood just
Yeah,
came
all
together. Those
vibes.
vibes, yeah.
It's just vibe. And she loved it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you
I,
have to come. I was like, but listen, so before you came on, right, Carlene and I were having a conversation about being in front of the stage. The
Mhm.
fact that you just said you jump off the stage, that would terrify me because oh my God.
yeah.
But is that
So one thing,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Lisa?
Oh no, I was going to say, one thing you were talking about is like switching from a DJ to a soca artist because you were trying to
Mhm,
figure out which way you want to go. So
mhm.
actually, that's one of the questions we got. Like, what was it that made you switch from being a DJ to a soca artist? Or are you doing both?
Actually, I'm doing both right now,
Okay.
but I'm more focused on the artist side because that is the most profitable side.
Hmm.
So, the transition for me with the DJ and the artist, it was I did everything possible DJ wise because the experience I had with Bungie it was we did festivals, we did Europe, we did Caribbean, we did Trinidad, we did everywhere, the
Uh-huh.
whole diaspora.
I love.
So for me, I did everything DJ wise. I did BT live at Shensia.
That.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a real good experience to me with that. I think that was one of the top things that I did as a DJ. That was the pinnacle for me in terms of where my career reached. I couldn't even do more because I didn't playing in LA on BT live and actually kind of singing as well because that time Shensia just about to break through as well.
Mm.
Okay.
And having conversations with her during that little period, I realized she's scared. And I was like, if she's scared and I still doing more than she's doing, I was like, nah, it have a space for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So
So
basically, what
from that point there,
Mhm.
it really um it really gave me the confidence as a person, as a man, to
Hmm.
go forward and
Hmm.
follow your dreams.
Absolutely.
You understand?
And I
Absolutely.
love that you
Yeah.
message for us because basically you're saying get out your comfort zone because right
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, Carlene is scared to death
I'm
talking to you.
nervous.
Mm,
It's
yeah,
very, but it's very comfortable vibe here. I'm enjoying this interview here.
yeah.
So
But I
that
love
really stood
that.
out for you when you had spoken with Shinsei and like, there's a space for me. Was that the first moment in your career that like, this is it? This is what I want to do?
Yeah, because it was live all over television and people seen me all over and talking. They're like, whoa, you get through. So
Yeah, you
it
get
was
through.
so it was basically a playing, it was live, a singing, and like because of my vibe, the camera was basically on me a lot, and it was a
Yeah.
real good vibes, very real good vibes. But is because of obviously the Viking family, which is Bungie and
Yeah.
Freyan, that I got that opportunity to really express myself musically at that position. But playing for Shensia, it was not part of the plan. So that just ended up because I had my laptop and I had Caribbean roots and I probably have the song. So it just made everything easier for everything to work out.
Okay.
You're supposed to be where you're supposed to be. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
So the what I would call that, the positioning
Mm-hmm.
was correct that day. Yeah. It was really I really feel that moment in my heart and it really stay with me.
That's
Feeling it
good.
You
out.
understand?
Just
Yeah,
talking. I feel.
yeah, I feel it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really a big moment because it was the first time being filmed in such a professional settings. So
Okay.
being exposed to that sort of production kind of opened my eyes for different things and it was really mind blowing at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's good.
and you know, Ding Dong, our guests are commenting like you are so
To
down to
earth,
earth.
yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I shared your whole time. I didn't know all this with Shensi and
Yeah.
all this. Love it. We're learning so much about you. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So one thing,
And
huh?
it had a next big moment as well. So it had a time again. I did Ovo Fest.
Now,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I,
So with that Ovo Fest, while DJ now had a little segment, wasn't planned again, a real organic thing again.
uh,
That's like, all right, we have some space. We need a DJ to play some Caribbean music. I was like, all right, cool. Line up my laptop. I started to play. And then now, while I play it now, when I look in the back, it's Drake. Yeah, man, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
it's unreal.
Yes. Ovo
But
Fest
like,
is
nah.
Drake's concert.
That's
His
what you
concert.
said.
Yeah,
I read. I read.
yeah. I reach. So when I look around, yeah, man, ooh, look Drake. Yeah, man,
Did you get to meet him? You got to meet him?
yeah, I pictures and thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was like, am I pick there? Yeah, now. Cool, let's go. Pops. Yeah, man, wait,
This
pops.
one is on here saying it's a vibe here and here Ding
Yeah,
about his experiences. So Ding,
Yes.
you already see we are vibe as well, right? Line.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
So
So it
what
was
It's
a red.
carnival season. What's the day in the life for you as a soca artist? How was your whole season? Let's say carnival week.
Well, I'm
Mostly.
gonna tell you. Well, uh, it all depends on the year you're having in terms of how the people receiving the songs.
okay.
So a hit year when you have a hit song versus a year when you don't really have a hit song but you have a decent song, it's two different years. Which year you really want to see? What do you hear about?
We want to
Hmm.
hear good years.
Yeah.
If I about both, touch on the bad a little bit, just a little
Well,
bit.
honestly, I never really had this year for me. It was a little less than the previous years because this year was the weakest year I ever had because how the soca game is run. When you have a real big hit
Mm-hmm.
and you come the next year, you remember it's been 4 or 5 years of running straight with hits after hits after
Okay.
hits. So it's basically I have like 2 3 hits in a year. So this year for me, like honestly, like being honest with you guys,
Mm.
I wanted to basically relax and just take the year and do what I wanted to do.
Yes.
So I took time to really, but I can't. I'm not financially free to say, all right, I ain't singing for the year. I ain't reached our Marshall
Yeah.
status yet.
Mm.
So I still have to put out the music.
So you raise your foot off the gas a
Mm.
little.
Yeah, so I kind of ease my foot off the gas a bit,
Yeah.
and I wanted to enjoy I wanted to enjoy the festival because previous years, like like 4 or 5 years, you remember, it's only shows, I tired, this, I doing events. So it basically, I was a robot.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, so this year for me, I really enjoyed the season more than previous years
Yeah.
because I got chance to do Young King, Calypso House. I
Mm-hmm.
went to the savannah every night. I did the village. So
Nice.
different
That's
experiences.
nice.
Nice.
So this year for me really stood out in terms of how I managed my season, in terms of where I went, how I went. So I had to be speeding to the venue. I was very relaxed. I still make a little money. So it was a real successful season for me.
It
And
sounds
I really got
kind
to
of
enjoy it.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really had fun this season. This season was a real fun season for
That's
me.
good.
So I get to go in the crowd and really interact. So I have to be running out of the venue and I get time to interact with people, talk, converse, listen, watch, observe. So this year for me it was a real good year. So this year now, the following season coming up here now, I'm back at
Back at
it.
it. Back to the grind.
So
Yeah.
we have a question for that later, right? So we'll put a pin in
Mhm.
that for now.
Mm-hmm.
All
So
right.
it typically, like, not this season because you already shared, you kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like typically on one of your hot seasons, right? How many
Hmm.
carnivals would you hit? Like, and like how many performances would you do like during those carnivals?
Probably like 9, 10 carnivals max.
Ooh,
Wow.
ooh,
Yeah.
let's see what
Okay,
you.
9 to 10 carnivals and like how much performances? Because I know you're doing
Well,
parties, you're doing
all right, cool.
competition.
Well, I'll be real honest with you. In terms of other carnivals, they are not as open as Trinidad Carnival.
Okay.
So let me say, all right, they call me for Barbie, crop over. I
Mhm.
might do 2 shows max
Okay.
in crop over.
Okay.
So if I go Grenada, I might do two as well, two max, two, three max. But those carnivals are not really, it's not like open to, it's more favorable to the locals, I should say.
Okay.
Mhm.
But if you have a hit song coming into that carnival, you would work in it, but you wouldn't work constantly
All right. So it's not like
because they
Trinidad
are.
where it's constant pace.
Mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm. It's not like that because you remember they don't have they don't have the amount of events we have, and they don't have the amount of people we have in our concerts and carnivals. So it's two different things.
All
Mhm.
right. All right. And
Mhm.
then I definitely have to ask, right? Because even though you're a DJ, you're an artist, I also know that you're a serial entrepreneur, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's a
Yeah.
Yes.
platform where we want to highlight everything you're doing. So a
Mhm.
little birdie, I'm not going to say the birdie, a little birdie
Mhm.
told me that you have a food business, a sauce business,
God.
an entertainment business. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I'll talk about it briefly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's
Okay.
hear it.
Well, all right. So during the pandemic, I started off the food thing because obviously we don't have any entertainment taking place. So for me, it had a niche market for selling food. So obviously, I don't like to stay stagnant.
Uh-huh.
So I started off doing some little roast fish and some potatoes. And then
Okay.
I find again here is like, but like the liking it. So now,
Where did you do this? Did you
I,
have a shop or you rented a
well,
place?
I did it right home. I did it. I
Okay.
set up my little grill on the
Okay.
outside and like for the night I make him 5, 6 thousand. I was like,
Wow.
what? Yeah. So
You
it
need a
was a
sous
real good
chef? I
experience.
just chop up vegetables real good. I could come and help you out there.
So the preparation for that was basically you get up early in the morning,
Mhm.
you go down by the pot, you get the little fish,
Mhm.
You come back home, you season it, and you leave it to soak. Because at the end of the day, you remember fish now. You get the freshness out, like you had to wash
Yeah.
it in, you had to wash it in flour, then you
Mhm.
season it with lime, then you put your fresh seasoning. So it was our task. And then after, I'll go to the farmer's market, get the okras, get the different onions,
Mhm.
red skin to put in the fish to really create that
Uh-huh.
aroma.
Mm.
So it was a real nice experience because it was something different. But
Mhm.
to me, man to win can't lose. So I
Uh-huh.
started off and everything. So after the pandemic now, I said, right, they like the food. Then my partner came on board, which is good, and he was like, he keep asking my daughter, how the food taste? And she keeps saying yummy.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that the name of the food. Yummy foods.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
That is sweet.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So after the pandemic, I realized the workload is too much for me. So I called for a chef. So I
Mhm.
called for my chef, Devin.
Mhm.
So we started off doing some barbecues. So we started selling 300-400 barbecue and like, yeah,
Wow.
everybody's like, yeah, it tasting good.
Wow.
So every Saturday we started to cook. And it
Wow.
was like, yeah, but ooh, yeah, but the food tasting good. This man can make this, da, 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 the rice, blah, blah, blah. So then we was in a professional settings now. So it's not
Okay.
no rice cooking,
Uh-huh.
it's not no potter rice. It's a
Uh-huh.
machine making the
Uh-huh.
rice.
What?
We are
You
yeah,
have a
yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah,
setup
yeah.
Whole
now. You have a whole
Yeah, we have
setup
a
setup.
now.
whole setup. So we have a whole setup now.
Uh,
So now, then with the food now, I met this guy by the name of Foster Cummins, which is he's a local politician.
okay.
So he was like, we working together to win his seat back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked closely with him, and from then he gave some information which was very integral in terms of the growth of the business.
Yeah.
So from there, I started doing more and expanding the business in terms of mass producing now.
Wow.
Yeah, like 1,500, two
Yeah.
thousand lunches, that kind of
Wow.
Yeah.
mass. So I would I would always give thanks and make mention to him
Mm-hmm.
for really giving me that knowledge to really expand the business in terms of beyond my field then.
Okay.
So from that now is a whole different lane I entered. So um for me the food business is still up and running and it's still flourishing. Everything is running smooth. Um so I have to give thanks for that aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's
like that.
amazing.
You think you were
You,
Yeah.
you
touching
know
on
what?
that
So,
briefly.
so far, I've learned that you didn't give up on your journey to become an artist because it took several years and
Yeah.
steps and mentors.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you pivot during COVID. So that
Hmm.
is very, very inspirational to many of us here.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
thank you for sharing. I know you were hesitant, but thank you because I'm sure people love getting to know you and know this information
Oh
about
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
know you
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
on that too much. You tell us briefly. But
Yeah.
no, we want to touch on. I'm gonna give you one more uncomfortable question. I promise. I'm done after that. I promise. All right. So
Yeah,
I
listen.
have to ask. Yeah, I have to ask. Like, what is one thing about you that people don't know and that you're willing to
Share.
share? Because we have a bunch of people on here tonight who want to get to know Viking Ding Dong.
Well, for me, that one thing people don't know. Well, I really like my alone time, so I
Okay.
can really reflect on the day and remember my brain always going 1,000 miles per hour. So I just really like that time to really sit, relax, and just reflect and just
And you know what?
spend that time within myself and just be cool.
And you know, people would never guess that about you because just talking to you and seeing you performing, you have
You
a
need to be
big
around.
Yeah,
personality.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you would never guess you like having time to yourself.
Because honestly, I'm the only child as well.
Me too. I'm an only child And Carlene is a twin.
Yeah, I'm a twin.
Oh,
She's a
wow.
twin.
We don't look like
Yeah.
each
So
other.
okay, only you wouldn't happen to be a Libra too, would you, Viking? You're not a
Nah,
Libra. Oh God.
August 12th.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, no. Well, we're both only children, so I get it because I have those moments too where even though outside I'm like, yay, the life of the party. When I come home, I
Hmm.
just want to have some time to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone asked in the comments before you came on, is there any person that you want to collab with?
Um, well, to me, I wanna um I wanna collab with the Caribbean before I touch out of the
Mm.
Caribbean.
All right. So you're
So,
staying inside
um,
before you go outside.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I wanna conquer home first before I conquer
I
outside.
Mhm.
like that.
So it's basically I have I have a plan. So I'll do Trinidad, then I'll start doing the islands, and after the islands, then I'll be able to accumulate the finances to approach
Mhm.
probably a Afrobeat artist or a
Mhm.
reggaeton or a hip hop artist.
Mhm.
So when that is happening now, I could pull from the entire diaspora so that people would be familiar with me. So it wouldn't just be like, who is he? How he got that? Blah blah blah. So I must have that connection before I reach out to do a collab with the foreign
Market.
entertainers.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you. I like
Got it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in that same mindset and space you're in, one of the questions that came up before you came on was people wanted to know, like, how do you prepare for your performances? Like, do you have a ritual? Do you meditate? Do you pray before you
Have a drink,
perform?
a
Or do you have your
puncheon.
alone time where you go in a corner and you like, leave me alone for 5 minutes before I go on the stage? Like, how do you prepare to get ready
Well,
for your performances?
how I get ready for my performance is real unorthodox because just before the intro on the stage, I talking normal, I laughing, drinking, I enjoyed myself.
So,
So,
mhm.
but I have some friends before they perform, you can't talk to them, you can't do plenty things. But I realize from being around a lot of artists, I find it kind of weird because people wouldn't understand where and how to really deal with you during that time because you remember you only perform at certain times and when people feeling that you are good and you're trying to make a joke before it will be like, nah, I'm not making a joke now. So it has kind of come across kind of standoffish. So I try not to do things that would affect other people
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in that sense. So I just try to have a more natural feel with my performances.
Okay.
So just how I am now is just how I behave on stage. So people wouldn't say by uh I'm not sure how to relate to him, because he kind of weird. So
Okay.
basically, if you like me as a person, you would like me on stage because it's the same behavior pattern.
Yeah.
Understand. So you want to start off
Yeah.
with the vibes. You want the vibes.
Now I have a vibe. I naturally have a vibe
I
and no rum,
know.
We see it.
I want to go for drinks
no
with you after we
substance.
get off this live. I actually want to go online with a bar and say, if you're named I'm Belmont, let's go meet up on the avenue for a little
Yeah,
drink.
yeah, yeah. I got real vibes.
I
I got
like
natural
that.
vibes.
I like that. Um,
Yeah.
so me and my birdie, right? Me and my birdie have a good relationship.
Hmm.
Birdie, tell me something else. You like this one about the birdie? The birdie said you have a big event coming up in Point Fortin for Borrow Day. You want to talk about that so we could get people to come
Yeah,
and
yeah,
support
yeah.
the event?
Well, all right. So, to be honest, it's the first time I'm actually doing something in Point
Okay.
Fortin
Okay.
of this magnitude.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because coming back home to do an event of this magnitude was kind of special for me because remember that I'm a hometown as well, so I really want to
Mm-hmm.
have a good showing in terms of my
Yeah.
execution, the way how I dress the venue, the artists who sing, the DJs who play. So I really want to do something solid for the Borough itself. So starting point, which is Borough Friday.
Okay.
It's going to be a vibe. I collaborated with some childhood friends
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
who don't care to be mentioned
Okay.
because they're real shy. So
Okay.
basically they came to me with the idea and I just elaborate.
Okay. And just so you know,
So
Bernie also told me one of the childhood friends knows my family,
Yeah.
just so you know.
oh yeah,
And we
yeah,
can
yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
offline about that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's a real good vibes because I actually grew up with these people. So it have sentimental values
I
as
like
well.
that.
So big up my boy Dwight, big up Dej because I actually grew up with these people.
That's
Big up
just
my
the
boy
family.
Add
Kevonix.
to the family.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just the
yeah, yeah.
family. That's just the
So
family.
yeah. So big up Kevonix. He's a local announcer here. He works on Red 96.7.
Hmm.
So I brought him on as a partner as well to to actually help bring the vibes as well. So it's a real nice team who came together to make this event work. So I'm looking forward to Borrow Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to have a real nice venue, a real nice look and feel, nice
Nice.
executions, nice drinks,
We're
nice
gonna have
brand
any performers.
ambassadors.
We're gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, we are real
DJ.
perform.
But we
Well,
tell us. We want to know. We have so much people on
well,
here. Tell us. We
my,
looking for ticket
my
sales. We
all
looking.
right. So my core team is
Uh-huh.
myself,
Yeah.
Of course.
Michael Teja,
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Wadix,
Mm-hmm.
What this?
Radix.
um, Farmer
You put
say I, Tacomin,
a
Farmer
Mm-hmm.
comment.
Nafi.
All right.
GBM Nutrition, he was like, yeah, I had to be done in the center starting point.
Nice. Nice.
Colleen, I feel we need to catch a flight.
I think
My
so
boy,
too.
my boy Lyrical say he in point.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, I might just chain up my boy Double M. He might just pass through the whole little
All
vibes.
right.
Nice.
Because
Nice.
he's a South man
Mm-hmm.
too.
He's a Southman
Yeah.
too, and he probably like want to do something different. So I can
Yeah.
encourage him to come down and really take part of the festivities
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
because you know him on the Calypso side. So and then I'm a girl Karina Shea as well.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
And we actually gonna be talking
Yeah,
to her soon. We're gonna
yeah.
be
Yes.
talking to her soon.
So
We
she's a part of the core team as well.
Nice.
yes,
Nice.
yes.
Looking forward to
Lloyd was
that.
like, we
Yeah,
have to talk to her. I said,
yeah,
we there, bring her on.
Mm,
Yeah.
bring her on. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So
how
that
you
is
want
it.
the
Yeah.
ladies and gents? You want them to come out fresh? Like, what's the clothes scene? Like how
Well,
like what vibe you
for me,
looking
well,
for?
well, honestly, I'm looking for a more relaxed life because you remember that time there is the sun really
All
Mm-hmm.
blazing. So it's
right,
like
all
Mm-hmm. You
right.
got it can't
you
be
need
too.
you need to dress comfortable at that point.
Yeah.
And
So
come
if
to
you come,
party with vibes.
but you still gotta look clean and presentable.
Okay,
So it's
okay,
a nice casual settings, a nice
okay.
you could come in a little short pants and a little shirt because you don't want to come there in no long sleeve and no turtleneck because you sweat like a dog.
And no high
Yeah,
Right?
for
how
sure.
about high
Yeah.
heels? You suggest high heels for the ladies or wear
Yeah,
comfortable
you
shoes?
could dress high heels so the ladies, you could dress comfortable. So the ladies, once you're comfortable walking in heels, I suggest you come out in your heels. But if you know you're not comfortable in your heels,
Don't come,
you
don't
could
wear.
wear a little flats. You could wear a little
Is this
flats.
All
grass
right.
or concrete are we on? Because grass is a no heels thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a nice vibe
All right.
for sure. It'll be a nice experience. So we're really looking for we starting off this year, but we're really looking to really grow a nice event. So we have a nice trajectory. Like 2, 3 years from now, it's supposed to be a staple and point.
I like
Nice.
that.
I like that.
Congrats. I'm
Yeah,
Congratulations.
congratulating you from
yeah,
now. Congrats. It's going to
yeah,
happen. You put it out there in the universe, it's going to happen. You're
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
manifesting
yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
yeah. And we have, Carlene, you have any more questions? Because I just have one more
I
now.
have one more.
You have one
So
more.
I was looking
Mhm,
at some of your old interviews, and you really expressed
mhm.
that, you had people writing and you were the performer. Has that changed over the years? Are you starting to write more of your songs?
Um, basically, I wrote one. I wrote a song, but I basically be a part of the writing. So, you know the song Calypso?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I wrote majority of that song.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I work with TDM Neutron with that song. He was like, if you're really serious about your craft, you'll start writing. I was like,
Hmm.
wait, damn. So he was like, I playing the rhythm. Wait, yeah, now close your eyes. What you hearing? I'm not sure how to do this. I'm not processing it right. Yeah, now keep in mind, I'm not writing anything for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Wait.
Uh-huh.
And then I start humming, and then the humming became words, and then all right, boom, we have a song.
Nice.
So it was a nice experience.
Good.
But for me, I have my writing camp. So far they are able to relate what I can in song.
Mm-hmm.
So a songwriter is a person who would give people an expression of yourself in their own words.
Hmm.
So I like when people tell me about me
Okay.
in their way how they see me. So it's not like I write about myself.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And so far that my team right now, they actually hitting it on the head. So I have a real nice team.
Okay.
Shouts to Mecca, shouts to Kit Israel, shouts to Problem Child,
Mm-hmm.
shouts to
Nice.
Juvie, shouts to Shaft. So
Mm-hmm.
if Alta, I have to big up my next virgin too. Way on my mill beats.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to big up him as well,
Hmm.
Rosario.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real good writer as well.
Okay.
So if out of them for the entire season, I can't find it. That means somebody energy in really 100, somebody
Hmm.
in vibrating correct. So I'm real comfortable with my writing team. Obviously, I would play a very integral part in how I express myself because even if I change a line or two, it's still I have to perform it now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I always make those tweaks. So that is why I still like to DJ to get a feel because at the end of the day, every year, well, not every year, every couple months, the bongs just change in terms of what people really vibe to.
Hmm.
So lately it have this kind of R&B-ish sort of a more softer feel in the dance these days. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then probably it might change to a little afro. So it getting more musical in a sense. And then everybody had a niche market. It have the it have the market for the chopin song, it had the market for the more poetry, it had the
Yeah.
market. So you just have
Hmm.
to know what vibe, where you're going for and what market you're trying to
Attract.
serve.
That's
Well,
right.
I learned something from you tonight, right? I learned so
Yeah.
much from you. I learned about your transformation from
Hmm.
DJ to soca artist and kind of threading that line, the
Hmm.
background story from where you started to where you are,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that you're actually going into a new lane, promoting parties. That's
Parties.
another lane
No,
you're
well,
venturing in.
I've been doing the events for a while now because we have one of the biggest Juve parties, which is the Jam Nation, which
Damnation.
I'm involved
Okay,
in.
Yes.
damn it.
That's really good.
So, so that was really a staple in the carnival for quite some time.
Okay,
So I've been doing that for like the past probably 10
okay.
years, and it's been successful up until this date. So it's a real good energy in terms of that promoting aspect. It was good, but I would say the promotion and being an artist is kind of difficult because the time I would have had to put in to do and really lay that groundwork, it become a little strenuous because of you really had to you have to rest as an
You
artist. Because remember
have
now,
to.
when you have 15, 20 shows a night, you really
Yeah.
can't, and
Yeah.
nobody don't want to hear you tired because
Mm-hmm.
you're on demand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So every show, they want to see the same energy.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember now I have a little size, but for this size to be able to move constantly that way is a different blessing
It
too. Because
is.
big up my trainer, Rage DX.
Yeah.
Because I do training to fitness training.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, the things he said to me is like, you have to get comfortable feeling
Comfortable.
uncomfortable on stage.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So so
Oh.
so these are the tips I be getting from people like how is we moving so with all our size? What is the remedy? What is the remedy? So
Oh gosh.
yeah.
And your
So
energy is never low; it's
it's
always high. So.
never. Like I said,
Yeah.
even tonight, I know you're a little tired because you mentioned you're stuck in traffic, but you still brought the energy. And
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
that,
for
we
sure.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
before we
yeah, yeah.
wrap up,
Hmm.
before, like, if someone wants to book you to perform at an event, a festival, like, how do they do that? Because we want to make sure people know how to get in touch with you. So we want to help you keep making your money. So how can
Yes.
they get in touch with you for an event? It look like, is it me or his internet?
I think it may be him.
It's him? Yeah, it's not me. But guys, while we wait for his internet to get situated, did you enjoy this chat with Was the Scene tonight? We was on
Yes.
the scene with Viking DingDong. Put in the comments and let us know if you enjoyed this chat with Ding Dong and getting to know him. They say 100. Thank you,
Thank
guys. Thank
you.
you.
And tomorrow we have another guest to announce for next week, chat.
No,
So
Thursday. Remember, we
Thursday.
announced it Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes.
Oh, today is Tuesday. I
Today's
forget.
Tuesday. We announced it.
Come on. So we have a special guest coming again to be
Another
announced
big
on
one.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that we're gonna announce on Thursday. So make sure you follow us on What Is the Scene.
Mm-hmm.
We are on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we also have a YouTube channel. So make sure you guys follow us.
Yes.
Because the more you follow us, the more artists we can get like Ding Dong to come and chat with us so you guys can
Thanks,
have a
guys.
to get
Appreciate
to
the
know them.
comments.
Yeah, thank you for your
Mm-hmm.
comments. Yay! You
Yeah.
think he's coming back?
I
It looks
don't
like
know. Thank you for the
oh,
Lotus Poet.
Lord,
Thank you.
thank you, Lotus Poet. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I guess he may not be able
he
to
is.
come.
He's back. Hang
Oh,
on.
he's
He's
back?
back.
Okay.
He's back.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he should be coming back in. He just hit accept. Oh, let me see.
I am here. He said.
Let me see if I can bring this. He just asked to come back in. Let me see if I could pull him back. Because we had a good time with him tonight.
Yes, we did.
Carly, we really need
Learned a lot so much from him.
Oh, he said he's here.
I wish we can go to Port and enjoy the festivities that's coming up. Oh.
Okay, I'm trying to add him. I added you back. Let me tell him I added you back.
Mm-hmm.
Did he come in yet?
No.
Oh man. Let me try one more time. Ding dong. Because this was we had a good time tonight with him. Carlene, so while I'm trying to add him, make sure you let me know if we get him back, okay?
It's still loading.
It's still loading.
He's done now. I think you have to add him now. Add him one more time.
At a moment, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show if he's going to come back in. But guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Once again, make sure you follow our page. What is the scene? Because we are on the scene. And we are on TikTok, we are on Instagram, and we are on YouTube. And our goal is to bring more Caribbean artists, resorts. We want to be on the scene with everything Caribbean so we can tell you guys.
Entrepreneurs,
chefs. We're going to have food.
Last week we had Carnival Glam Hub. Go to our page and you'll see the full interview there. The owner of Carnival Glam Hub. It was a great interview.
It's also on YouTube. And Michelle, just for you, I'm going to find a chef, a Caribbean chef that makes cookies, just for my friend Michelle. I don't know if he's coming back in. Oh, here he is. Let me see if I can get him again. It's not letting me add him back. Oh, gosh, technology. He probably has to ding down if you can hear me, drop off, and then come back in because you're still on the screen. So come out the live, and then come back in because you're still on my screen, and I'm accepting you, but you're not coming back in. So just
thanks for the love, guys. I appreciate the comments, Michelle.
Yes.
Thank you. Glad did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, because we have one more question because he's going to tell us how you guys can book him if you have an event.
Definitely will pin the page.
We'll definitely pin the page.
Okay.
Carlene, I don't think we get him back.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me do my song. Do, do, do. Technical difficulty.
Thanks, Raquel. Appreciate it.
Oh, my God. It's saying I can't add him because he's a moderator. It says I can't add him in. Let me see if I go live. Okay, let me see if that worked. It said go live with him. It's not letting me do it.
He's back. He's back.
I
see him.
Yay! I actually fixed it. Oh my God. So before we launched, we were asking, how can people book you if they want to have a concert, have you perform? Like, how can they get in touch with you to book you for performances and stuff like that?
Oh, so it's dingersbookings@gmail.com.
All right, simple as that. Dingers.
Yeah. Dingers.
Bookings.
Yeah.
And Dingers is DINGAZ
Z.
as in zebra.
Yeah. Bookings.
With an S.
Yeah.
See, we on the same vibe. I got you vibing at gmail.com. And before we wrap up this interview, I'm going to throw the birdie under the bus again. You think you could take us out with the 3 lines from one of your songs that you remember the words to? Just a 3 lines. Just a 3 lines. Just a little 3 lines.
All right. So I have this brand new song I'm doing for Vincy Carnival, which is...
Wait, and they're hearing it first on What Is The Scene, right?
Well, actually dropping Friday, but to have a little... It actually dropping Friday.
All right.
So I did it with a guy called Keith Currency.
Okay.
He's a Vincy artist.
Okay.
It's on the Shoulda Coulda rhythm.
I like
dropping
that.
this Friday on all platforms.
Okay.
So the good part about doing songs for the islands, you get to kinda or try to song like them with the dialect. So you try your best to really. So basically when I say, all right, if I say in fall in Trinidad terms, Trinidad lingo, if I go up the islands, I will say fall.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the song is I drink a rum and a fall though. I drink
But Viking, you missed what I'm saying. I know you said it's coming on all platforms Friday, right?
Yeah.
But we hearing it first here on Where's the Seed.
Yeah, for sure. So
just a little 2-3 lines. You don't have to give us the whole thing.
The chorus is I drinking until all the liquor done. I don't care who watching me, and I don't care who want to talk about me. It's me and my bottle. Rum over people is the motto.
Yeah. We got exclusive.
Like it. I like the fall down part. That's the line I catch already. The fall.
Yeah. So the song is a power song, and I started. I drink a rum and I follow. Yeah.
Time to lunch on Friday. Ooh.
So it's for Vincy Carnival. So if you really watch all my profile pictures as the Vincy flag, because I'm just trying to represent as much as possible.
Okay.
Because I really going over there. So I'm trying to shoot a video, trying to be real. I'm trying to be a part of the movement itself. So I'm going down on the ground there to just feel out everything and just get vibes. Because the song already on the stations, but unofficial. But for all the platforms, it's this Friday.
Yes.
Shouts the Problem Child with that project is myself, Problem Child, Skinny Fabulous, Keep Currency,
Yeah, one nice
and
A
lineup
good
there.
lineup
A
there.
real
yeah,
nice one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
another artist. So it's a real good vibes.
all right. So once
And it's a
again,
power soca.
it's a power.
Okay,
So
that's
once again, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first on what is
is
the
this
seed,
CD? Yeah.
and we will also once he drops it, we
Oh,
will also
I
be
have a next, I
posting
have a
it.
next, I have a next, I have a next snippet to tell you all about as well.
All right.
I don't know
Okay.
if you're familiar with the artist Nerdy.
No, I
Nice.
haven't heard about him.
He's
You
from
tell me.
Lucia.
He from St.
Oh.
Lucia.
Nerdy.
Okay.
So Nerdy's an artist. He won Soca Monarch last year. So
Mm.
um basically I'm trying to collab with as much Caribbean artists as possible.
That's your
Yeah,
mission, right?
So I have a
that's
song,
your
yeah, that's the
mission.
mission for this year.
All right.
Yeah.
So myself and Nerdy have a song coming up for St. Lucia Carnival. It's already written. So it's just I just had to pass it through my little writing camp so everybody could tweak a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then after you'll hear the finished product. But it's a real nice rhythm so far.
All right.
Not sure of the casters yet because we kind of ahead of time with these things. So, but the one with Keith Currency and myself that dropping this Friday.
All right.
The name of it is Fall Down.
All
So
down.
Fall down.
Vincy, we coming out. I see my boy Bonnie on the live. I know you like Power Soca. I know you like Rum. He's a stag man. Big up your whole self.
Stack man.
Yeah, he's a stag man. Yeah.
And if you
So
wanna,
hmm?
I was gonna say, if you wanna come back with your partners, just let us
Yes.
know because you can see the people catching the vibes on here already. They
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right.
So I'll do
Any
that.
final
I'll do
words
that.
to take us out, Mr. Viking? Any final words to take us out? We had a
Um,
good time
We
tonight.
did. We
We
did.
had a good time tonight. So
Thank you for
thank you again.
those who tune in. Appreciate it.
yeah, for sure. I don't really like to do these types of platform because you remember now you might say something within the moment and somebody would take it the wrong way and then after you're on all them platforms, look at shitty talking, blah blah blah. You understand? So a very particular
Yeah.
with what platform I really choose
Understood.
to really converse with. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Understood. Well, we are
Because some
honored.
people, you remember, some people just try to be kind of malicious and try to make you say the wrong things, and
Oh yes.
some people looking for bacchanal,
Oh
right?
yes.
True. Although I have a bacchanal spirit, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be, I don't want to be perceived the wrong way, and people feel that because I always do something with a real fun intent, and
Yeah.
people doesn't really, not everybody know how to really understand our charisma as
Yeah.
Caribbean people, and especially me. I have a different kind of charisma. So people, it has some people now. Remember the world now. Everybody kind of touchy. So I didn't really want to really rub
Understood.
nobody the wrong way. You understand?
And we can respect that as well. So that's why we
So
said we're
yeah.
truly
So I
thankful.
try my best to really stay off of these kind of platforms because I could go wild because I'm real expressive. You understand?
Yeah. Well,
So
no.
I just like how you guys was really to the point, very informative. The questions was real nice in terms of, and then you guys did your research as well. So for most people, it's based on like trending topics, and we probably just go from there, and then talk will bring talk, and then it'll end up a whole
Yes.
tit for tat, and then it'll be a whole banter. But other than that, it was very informative. I would say this is one of the best
Was.
interviews I did in a while
Thank you
because
very
even
much.
home I don't really,
Go,
yeah,
Sally!
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
Appreciate your
we
time.
enjoyed having you.
yeah,
So thank
because
you.
yeah, so it was a real nice and informative because it it shows that you guys not just you're not going like on a Ebro and see the questions. You actually took time to find out and really dig in, fine tune,
Mm-hmm.
and really understand the artist. So that take time because I don't really have much interviews where you can really pinpoint to really get that information
Yeah.
from. So
Alright.
I
Appreciate
Thank
must
it.
say
you.
kudos to the panel,
To
and I
the
don't mind being here
birdie.
again
To the
and again.
birdie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Kudos to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
birdie.
yeah.
We
Well,
So
thank you
appreciate
for
you
that.
taking your time.
yeah,
Thank
Mhm.
you for
so much
that. We
thanks for that.
no, well,
Yeah,
thank you, and we
Yes.
mm,
appreciate that feedback, especially coming from you, Viking
yeah.
Ding Dong.
Yes,
So
yes.
thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate that so much.
Amen.
All right, for sure.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We had a good time tonight. And look out for We Falling. I don't want to mess up the song. We Falling
Down,
Down.
yes.
I said, hey,
I
Friday.
think a rum and a fall
it's down.
good. I think a rum and a
Oh
good.
boy.
Hey,
Hey.
and
I'm
with that,
Fall.
we
drinking,
say
drinking,
good
drinking,
night.
drinking, drinking, drinking until
Yeah.
all the liquor.
Yes.
I don't care who is watching me, and I don't care who want to talk about me. It's me and my bottle.
Hey, good night.
Boy.
And on that note, good
Yeah.
night,
Good
right?
night, everyone. Appreciate
Good
it.
night, Skinner Park.
Skinner
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye.
yeah.
Bye. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.